Who would have thought that the most dangerous level sentinel would have such breathtaking beauty? From that moment Adam was completely captivated by it. The man set up his camera and calmly sat down, facing the lens to begin his introduction. My name is Adam William. I live in Delta B district. I'm a B+ level guide and used to work security for Sentinel transport teams. I'm retired now. This video is to record my story with Eve. Eve's codename is Michael number 00. He's the original Sentinel. Looking back at that mission, an S-level gate appeared in Epsilon A district. Adam got orders to deploy a Sentinel there. The soldiers with him seemed hesitant. When he asked why, they said they were scared because this Sentinel codenamed Michael had a destruction level danger rating. Every Sentinel has a corresponding threat level that matches the damage they could cause if they lost control. Destruction is the final stage of Sentinel danger level, meaning if that Sentinel went berserk, humanity would be wiped out. The story goes back 20 years when humanity first understood extinction. On an ordinary morning, people suddenly saw a massive black energy vortex appear in the sky. That was the first recorded gate. When the gate opened, what came out didn't look like monsters, but rather what humans imagined angels to be. Their radiant, holy appearance made people think they brought salvation. But the reality was destruction. Even with humanity's best efforts, they couldn't resist. Their arrival directly caused half of humanity to perish. Just when humans were in despair and ready to surrender, a miracle happened. A golden light suddenly burst through the clouds. A real angel appeared and completely destroyed the messengers. In that epic battle, the angel was also badly wounded, bleeding as it crashed to the ground. Humans came to where the angel fell and successfully extracted DNA from the dead angel to defend against the prophesied next gate. After repeated research, they successfully created new humans called Sentinel. Humans learned to detect the waves gates emit before opening. By sending Sentinels in ahead of time, they could resolve the crisis. But these Sentinels had a flaw. After overusing their abilities, they would go berserk. After berserk, Sentinels caused deeper damage. Humans began new research and eventually discovered mutant humans among the population, also called new humans. They had mutated from exposure to angel blood. Humans called them guides. Guides emit unique pheromones that can stabilize berserk Sentinels. Humans paired Sentinels with guides to help stabilize them. At the same time, each Sentinel and guide was ranked by ability level. At the bigger the level gap, the weaker the effect of stopping a rampage. Adam walked to the pod. Inside was exactly what the soldier mentioned. The destruction level Sentinel Michael. Seeing the pod display a triple S danger level, Adam couldn't help but break into a cold sweat. This was the first time he'd seen this rating. Since the soldiers were all scared, Adam waved them away, saying he could handle it alone. If that gate fully opened, it would be real trouble. A gate that size would definitely need an S level or higher Sentinel. He pressed the switch and the pod door slowly opened. Hello, Sentinel Michael. You need to deploy now. Michael stood up and responded. Adam helped unlock his restraints and told him their current location. After completing the mission, if he sent a distress signal, they'd need to regroup. While talking, Adam noticed Michael was still wearing a blindfold. He stepped forward to remove it. As the blindfold slipped away, Adam froze completely. That beautiful face was unlike anything Adam had ever seen. Could such beauty really be displayed through a human face? He stared for who knows how long before Adam blushed and turned away. Hearing Michael ask his name, Adam snapped back to reality and quickly introduced himself. Michael kept repeating his name over and over. Adam noticed he still had handcuffs on. Strange, hadn't he already unlocked them? The exit suddenly opened. Fighting strong winds, Adam wanted to quickly unlock his handcuffs. Suddenly, he heard Michael call his name. See you later, Adam. Right after saying that, he jumped. Before Adam could react, Michael was already falling toward the gate. That was Adam's first time meeting Michael. After the aircraft landed, soldiers wondered why he had removed Sentinel Michael's blindfold. Adam didn't understand why he'd asked that. He was just following procedure. The soldier told him that his previous units never had to unlock Sentinel restraints. Adam said it was necessary for the Sentinel's safety. The soldier said Sentinels don't die. They're really tough fighters. Adam immediately frowned. Kale, I'll report this issue to my superiors. You'll get more training when we get back. If you want to stay in this unit, change that attitude. The soldier felt really hurt. Adam knew that soldiers saw Sentinels as dangerous creatures, as war supplies, but thinking of Michael, Adam felt he was human, taking human form to jump into that hell for humanity. The gate entrance showed signs of spatial tearing. Then golden light burst out and Michael emerged with wings spread. Adam was amazed it was so quick. Michael came over to greet him, looking at him like this. If he wasn't human, then Adam would think he might be a god. After the gate crisis was resolved, the government was still discussing what to do with the Sentinels. People were curious what would happen to the Sentinels. Word was they'd be disposed of. Adam limped into the shop. His friend saw him immediately waved him over. After ordering, his friend asked about his leg. Adam told her it was fine, no problem walking. His friend asked if he wouldn't complain. Michael's face flashed through Adam's mind again. Adam didn't answer her question and told her to get to the point. His friend guessed he meant the Sentinels, and told him the government had decided how to handle them, saying they posed threats and such. But they also risked their lives to protect humanity, so they'd soon recruit help to train guides to help them adapt to society. She learned Michael would be discarded as a failed product. Adam rushed to the lab to stop it, watching officials on screen with different ideas about the Sentinel's fate, even fighting over disagreements. Adam began to doubt this world. People today were drunk on their hard-won safe haven. If someone became the spark to ignite it all, that would probably be an even bigger fireworks show. Thinking of Ryan asking for his help, she probably hoped he could give Michael a chance. When closing the fridge door, a photo fell down of his old cat Eve. It had cream-colored glossy long fur and blue eyes. Seeing Michael back then, he couldn't help thinking of Eve too. That day was his first time guiding. He had no idea how much time passed. He felt like he couldn't hold on much longer. Someone of his level was guiding a triple S sentinel, Michael. Adam looked at Michael through teary eyes, feeling he was like Eve. Eve had a special habit of licking his eyelids when happy. But now it was Michael doing this to him, even making a cat sound. Then Adam realized Michael had mind-reading abilities. More than the shame of having his thoughts read, the guilt was stronger. He was afraid Michael would read his thoughts, but he seemed to have already seen through that hypocrisy. Ryan probably came to him because of this too. She wanted him to use sympathy to help with Sentinel's social training, but this wasn't fair. Somewhere someone saw Michael as human, caring about someone better than himself. At the research building, Ryan looked at Michael in the container and told him she met Adam today. The Adam William who was deleted from his memories. Assumed they started recruiting guides to help Sentinels socialize. As a retired soldier, Adam felt this had nothing to do with him. Looking at the newspaper info, many Sentinels had successfully paired with guides and started integrating into society with their help. But there was no news about Michael. He figured it just hadn't been announced yet, and there'd be no problems. Then he suddenly heard someone call his name. It was former teammate Kira. Kyra enthusiastically shook his hand. Adam noticed the Sentinel Azrael behind him. Kyra told Adam she was now called Puppy. Adam looked confused. Turns out they had to give successfully paired Sentinels new names. Kyra thought the name he gave her was really cute. Adam asked Azrael if training was difficult. Azrael told him it wasn't hard and Kyra gave her lots of help. Hearing Adam say Gabriel had also paired successfully, Kyra asked him if that left just Michael. Adam thought he should be soon. Then Azrael told him father had already decided to dispose of him. Kyra wondered who she meant by father. Azrael told him it was Michael. He's different from us as children. He's a failed product. As the first completed Sentinel, his genetic code is unstable. The mutant genes from him were modified to create us, so we call him father. I'm third generation. From the second generation on, we're all called children. The first generation was all discarded. Because it's dangerous, father is unstable, but he survived to provide genetic material. Now we have father's genes. So we don't need his original body. If father went berserk, we couldn't stop him and everyone would die. Kyra thought this sounded cruel. Azrael asked back cruel. We live for humanity. If humans don't need us, we get discarded. That's our mission. Kyra couldn't believe what he heard and immediately hugged Azrael tight, promising to protect her. This was the first time Azrael had heard such words. Adam thought of Michael and felt his heart collapse. They sacrificed themselves jumping into gates for humanity, but couldn't get real protection from anyone. And he had ignored him too. Remembering his time with him, Adam couldn't sit still anymore. Even if everyone else ignored him, he absolutely couldn't. At the lab, Ryan got a call. Seeing it was from Adam, Ryan wasn't surprised at all. Adam told her to prepare the contract and said he'd take responsibility for Michael. Arriving at the research building, Ryan was already waiting at the entrance. Facing his greeting, Adam frowned. After going in, Adam asked her why she didn't tell him. Ryan was still pretending not to know anything. Adam had no mood to watch her act and directly brought up Michael's disposal situation. Ryan dropped the act. If I'd known you'd come running right over, I should have pricked your sympathy earlier. I have something to tell you. He's no longer the Michael you knew. As the lab door opened, Adam stared blankly ahead. Michael was sleeping in a container. Ryan told him that all memories of him had been completely erased from Michael's brain. He has the ability to create memories. We couldn't stop it. Something went wrong somewhere. He became unstable, so we had to force him into sleep and seal him. The higher-ups think Sentinels that can't be used are needing more. But I disagree. He still has value if you can help Adam. Adam asked if Michael couldn't wake up. Ryan told him that's right for now. We just gave him medication. He should wake up in about 2 days. Looking at Michael in the container, Adam still believed that someone better than himself would save him. This seemed like an excuse to hide his own shame too. Ryan told him Michael would need a name to integrate into society, and asked if he'd thought of one. Adam touched the container, then leaned against it, and said the name Eve. Hearing that name, Michael inside suddenly reacted and opened his eyes, reaching out to respond to Adam. In that moment, Adam felt like God had given him another chance. Ryan watched this scene in disbelief. He should be unable to open his eyes right now. Adam greeted Michael inside, and told him he'd be responsible for his social training from now on. At the same time, Azrael on the street sensed something. Father opened his eyes. Even though Adam kept giving himself pep talks while waiting at home, when Eve came to his house, he was still too nervous to look directly at his beauty. Earlier, Adam had promised Ryan he'd be Evie's guy.